Hello everyone, got 4 dirty jokes for you today. So a man goes into a restaurant and is seated. All the waitresses are gorgeous. A particularly beautiful waitress came to his table and asks him, "What would you like, sir?" He looks at the menu and then looks at her, then answers, "A quickie." The waitress turns and walks away in disgust. After she regains her composure, she returns and asks again, "What would you like, sir?" Again the man looks at her and answers, "A quickie, please." This time her anger takes over. She reaches over and slaps him across the face with a resounding smack and storms away. A man sitting at the next table leans over and whispers, I think it's pronounced quiche." So a guy walks into a bar in Mexico and sees a sign that says, "If you can make this donkey laugh, we will give you $100. So the guy goes to the donkey and whispers something in his ear, and the donkey starts laughing uncontrollably. Then the guy walks straight to the bartender and collects the $100. A week later, the guy goes back to the bar, and now the sign says, "If you can make this donkey stop laughing, we will give you $100. The bartender told the guy that the donkey hasn't stopped laughing since the last time he was in the bar. So the guy walks back to the donkey, and in moments the donkey stops laughing. The guy goes back to the bartender and collects another $100. The bartender was in complete disbelief and asked the guy, "How did you do it?" The guy replied, "Well, the first time I told him my wiener was bigger than his. And this time, I showed him." So an extremely drunk man rolled up at a fairground rifle range booth and threw down the necessary money. The booth operator at first refused to let him have a turn, considering that his inebriated state would endanger the public. But the drunk insisted and was given a gun. He aimed unsteadily in the general direction of the target, and after trying to focus, pulled the trigger 3 times. The booth owner, on inspecting the target, was astonished to see that he had scored 3 bullseyes. The star prize for the evening was a large set of glassware, but the showman was certain that the drunk wasn't aware of what he had done, and gave him a consolation prize instead, a turtle. The drunk wandered off into the crowd. An hour or so later he came back, even more drunk than before. Once again the showman demurred, but once again the drunk insisted, and once more scored 3 bullseyes and was given another turtle. Eventually the drunk rolled up again and insisted on a 3rd attempt. Once more he picked up the rifle, waved it around in the general direction of the target, and pulled the trigger 3 times. Once more he had scored 3 bullseyes. But this time there was an onlooker with good eyesight. "That's fantastic," the man said. "Hasn't he scored 3 bulls?" The showman, cursing his luck, made a play of going over to the target and inspecting it closely. "Yes, sir," he announced to the crowd. "This is fantastic. Congratulations, sir, you have won the star prize, this magnificent 68-piece set of glassware." "I don't want any bloody glasses," the drunk replied. "Give me another one of those crusty meat pies." So a man was walking along the countryside where he notices a lot of sheep and only one shepherd, so curiously, he walks over to him and asks, "Are those sheep yours?" "Which ones, the black or the white?" the shepherd asks. "The black ones." "They're mine," he said. "I see. What about the white ones then?" "They are also mine," he replies. The man thinks of his reply as funny and let it slide. The man goes again and asks, "How much wool do they produce?" "The black or the white?" Shepherd asks again. "The black ones," he says. about 20 kilograms. And whites. They also produce 20 kilograms. This time the man gets a little annoyed but still lets it pass. How much milk do they produce? Which ones, the black or the white? The man holds on to his patience and asks, the black ones. About 15 liters per day. And whites. He continues. Also 15 liters. The man loses it this time. Enraged, he says, if all of them are yours, produces same amount of milk and wool, then why do you always keep asking for them separately? The shepherd calmly replies, you see those black ones, they belong to my late father. The man becomes a little hesitant after hearing him mention his late father and feels a little apologetic towards the shepherd. Oh, I see. And the white ones, they also belong to my father.